Hey everybody, Rock Paper Mario here, and welcome back to Let's Play To The Moon. Hi Neil, hi Ava or whatever. You actually made it, huh? You sound surprised. Whatever happened to we always succeed because we are awesome? Hmm, this isn't a success. I was just gonna say, it's not really a success in your book this time. Oh, lighten up, we're NASA. We don't have much time left. Let's at least check this place out. Um, basically, I don't know when I should start explaining this. It's like, please wait here. Someone will come and show you around shortly. I think I'll still wait for longer until I can do everything at once. How pathetic, all this trouble just for some girl. That's what I thought you'd say, Neil. How pathetic, all this trouble just for some girl. There you go, good to have you back. Yeah. Oh, it's like, it's at this point, it's at points like these where I really like Watts, because, like, I mean, obviously you like him instantly because he's just that lovable smart-ass kind of character, but, I mean, requires 1 bar of memory to enter, okay. But you like him even more at times like that, and at times when he's like, no, I mean, I know our contract says this, but we as human beings um, have to think more than that, so that kind of way. Where am I supposed to get this bar of memory from? From the bag? To the moon. Oh my god, wait a second, I have to read that again. I can't believe this crap actually sold. This isn't a real world, Neil. Look, it says, To the Moon, the story about a lame duck's attempt to become an astronaut, a novel by Joey Wiles. So his brother did succeed. They both achieved their dreams. In his memory, at least, in his altered memories. Because one became an author and one became an astronaut. Is it just me, or is this elevator smaller on the inside? Well, I guess we'll go. Wait a second. Is this like American 1? Yeah, it's American 1F is the ground floor or whatever. Hey, what's over here? Another thing, some chamber or other. An anti-chamber? No, not this time. This is the Mission Control Center. Oh no, that's a girl. Sorry. Well, it could still be a girl and have a voice like that, I suppose. There's not much going on now. But, sorry, I skipped that. I haven't expected to see Zordon on that scroll. Zordon. It's not here. Huh? What? Let's just go. Let's see what's on, 3rd floor. I wonder what Ava's looking for, though. So do you think last century's moon landing was... Let's not, Neil. Let's not. That would totally be something like that Neil would be going on about. But yeah, it's like when you see Neil being that sort of person that you really like him even more. And here's the centrifuge. If you're lucky, you'll learn to hate it one day. Ah yes, the spinny thingy. It's not here either. What are you talking about? Come on, we don't have long left. Huh? Neil is so perplexed right now. What's up here? Your records are excellent, but we'll have to monitor your status closely in the coming sessions. Okay. Those astronauts have got to be in tip-top condition. Can't just have any old slouches on as astronauts. I hope the real NASA has bigger elevators. I'm sure it does. I can imagine, like... Though I don't know, not that I've ever been to NASA. What about here? The shuttle is still under heavy maintenance. We may only view it from here for now. Oh my god, there's a really funny part coming up if I'm right. Oh, this isn't good. Perhaps there's somewhere we missed. Or, you need to work on your communication skills. Yeah, we still don't know what's going on. This is so funny. Whoa! Yeah. You know what's the best part of it? What? The very top and bottom of the shuttle. I'd have to agree. Oh, how I pity anyone who can't see those particular parts. Indeed, especially its nose at the top. When maintenance finishes, it probably won't look the same. Yeah, now is the only time. That's just so funny. I love it. It's like... I love that part. It's just so good. Because obviously we can't see them and we never will. saying, what did I pick? Did I pick 1F? I think I can go through that door now. Well, let's try to see if we can finally find what Ava is looking for. I mean, you can see what Watts is getting at. I mean, technically, they've achieved his their aim, and that he's going to go to the moon. But I mean, the whole point, like, River was the whole reasoning behind him going to the moon. So, this is an empty victory, from Watts' point of view. I wonder if the real NASA looks like this. Probably not. It's constructed in part with Johnny's beliefs, after all. Ah yes, a wiki of existing facts tainted by personal fairy tales. It's odd, though, to hear birds and see none. That's kind of normal, though. I mean, isn't it normal to hear things and not be able to see them? Like, I mean, when you're outside, you hear all sorts of nature noises. Sorry, Neil. I really thought there was a good chance. What? And this is the break room. Here's David. He's a mission specialist. Nice to meet you. Oh, nice to meet you too. At least he got into NASA, I guess. You think he made it to the end? Even if he did, it'd take more than just a few years to become an astronaut. Let's hurry and find the last link then. I'd hate to miss the finale. Huh? What's going on? Are we out of time? I don't know. Ah, and here's another new recruit. River, right? Good to have you on board. I love this music, it's just so good. Hello, I'm John. Hello, John. Hello, John. Hello, John. Hello, John. Oh, Mr. DNA. Phew. I almost thought she wasn't. What the fuck, Ava? But you deleted her. No, I told you, I just moved her. What she does with her life here is still up to her, or at least John's memory of her. But this new world, it's based on public data and Johnny's own beliefs. Since River's data as an individual is not recorded in the public domain, it all comes from Johnny. But even then, that merely increases the odds. How are you sure that it'd work? I wasn't. Could have gone very badly, you know. You were never one to take risks, Neil. Let's just say I won this round. Yeah, you did, but you gave us a fucking heart attack while we were at it. We still have 2 spare helmets, right? I think Johnny'd appreciate some company. Oh, I'm so glad. I remember, when I first played this game, I was just so delighted to see her walk through that door. It was unbelievable, because I wasn't really expecting it. I wasn't 100% expecting it. It was so good. And, the thing is, the game doesn't, it lets you figure out yourself what the whole thing that Ava did is all about. It doesn't really explain it 100%. I can kind of, explain to you the way I look at it, I suppose. I'm not even 100% sure that that's exactly the way, because obviously it's open to interpretation or whatever. He wrote it himself, apparently. Rather repetitive, if you ask me, though. I think it's nice. What's it called? To the Moon. I like that name. It's nicer than 4 River, because 4 River just turns into one word, forever, forever or whatever. Here's them becoming astronauts. But yeah, basically, Watt said it himself. He said he didn't want to go to the moon until River had died, and even then he didn't know why. And it's because, do you remember they made that promise that said, oh, if we ever lose each other, we'll meet up again on the moon. We'll meet up again on the moon. And even though the beta blockers had made him unable to access that memory, it was still there in some way, shape, or form. So Ava realized that the only way to make him have that desire from the beginning, instead of just realizing he had that desire after she died, was to get rid of her earlier. And that's why he realized that desire earlier and was able to become an astronaut, I suppose. Oh, there you are. You two should get some rest. Tomorrow's the big day. The big day. And she also kind of, I suppose, fixed the issue of his brother dying and and his mother like influencing him, and he taking on his brother's dreams and aspirations instead of following his own, because that's what happened. Instead of following his own dreams, he ended up taking on those of his brother to a certain extent, because of his mom, I suppose. So Ava fixed that as well. And then because like Johnny still had the memory of River somewhere back there, that's how that manifested itself in River showing back up in NASA, but she wasn't sure. I don't know. I want to be an astronaut too, Dad. One day, son, you just might. Meh. It was just so like a nice thing for, I suppose Ava put that in as well. This looks like San Francisco, like it looks like the Golden Gate Bridge, but I don't think there are like rocket ships in, well, not that there aren't rocket ships in San Francisco. There's Nick. You should have seen him back when we went to school together. I swear, the guy never rested. He just kept on trying and trying. It was like he only had one goal to work for. You know, that's my brother in that shuttle. Wow! Yep, I once wrote a book about this too. With a less optimistic ending. I might have to change that one after all. Oh, here's Lily and the doctor get to join in too. Hey, Dr. Watts, right? Thank you for letting us in here. Yeah, Ava's the one who requested it. Did you find out why he wanted to go to the moon? Oh no, that's Lily talking. Did you find out why he wanted to go to the moon? Sure. And? What all happened here? It's kind of a long story. Let's just say it was a bunch of sappy cheese that sorted itself out. That's actually quite an apt analysis. You know, there were quite a few times last night when I thought we lost Johnny. I think he consciously held on to wait for you two. He's rather patient then. It took us that while to figure that one out, I must say. I just hope it's worth the wait. Go on now, your colleague's waiting. Yeah, let's go up and watch the fruits of our labours with Ava. I thought this might be a good view. Good enough to cut off the traffic, eh? Sure, even if they were real. I think so too. I mean, it's like the perfect view of what's going to happen. You can see everything, including the top and the bottom part. Well, this is it. All we've worked for. Ready to initiate it? Oh, are we ready? Yeah, they've waited long enough. Come up here. Why? Why not? You're just gonna push me off the ledge again, aren't you? Probably. Oh, I love their friendship. It's just like... But the view is worth the odds. Ah, yeah, come on. Come on, you big log. That music is so pretty as well. I really like that. It's just so nice. It's just so warm and beautiful. It's just like... There they are, Johnny and River. And like the thing is, I suppose... Like I suppose in this way... Like it's an even better realization of his wish, because he gets to... Like not only does he get to go to the moon, but he gets to meet with River on the moon, which was the original desire. Because one day, I'm going to befriend one of them. Like the original desire wasn't I want to go to the moon, it was I want to meet River on the moon, For all the way from his childhood or whatever, from when they met the first time. Do you know? And like that's why River went a bit mad, was because she didn't know and didn't understand why he couldn't remember that promise that they made to themselves, to each other, all those years before, you know, and he didn't know that he had forgotten it either. Like, he didn't know he had forgotten it, obviously, you know. Well, now they're doing it. They're not really doing it. That's my one constant bugbear. But that's the point, I think, as well, you know. It's so inspirational. And there they go, to the moon. Oh, what? Oh, denied. Just don't go, don't even try. Don't push your luck, Watt. She'll push you off the bridge. And there's Anya. You don't know Anya. Well, we know Anya now. There's their wedding. I suppose after they were astronauts. And there's them, and they have Joey there as well, and there's them building their house. And there's old River, who's not crazy, because she can't understand why Johnny forgot about the first time they met and the promise they made, and that the rabbit that she kept making was actually their constellation of the moon or whatever. I think Kan Gao just deserves applause for that, because it's just like you can tell from the game that it was a real labour of love on his part and the part of all the people that were involved in it. It's just such a beautiful game. I love it, and I just think like it's one of the games in the past few years. Like, if I think of games that I've played in the last year or 2 years or whatever, like this one is one of those ones that I know that will really stick with me. Like I play a lot of different games, but I know that this is one of the ones that'll just stay with me for years and like forever. You know, it's just that good. Now, my issue that I have with, like, I mean, the thing is, when you've like accomplished your goal, I mean, we accomplished our goal, we granted Johnny's wish or whatever. Now, my issue with the whole thing, like, and then, well, obviously then when you've accomplished that which you've been trying to accomplish, you feel great, like, you're like, yes, we did it, yay. My whole issue is that, you know, whatever we do with Johnny in his mind and in his head before he dies, you know, to make everything alright, that doesn't change the fact that River died broken-hearted because she just could never reconcile herself with the fact that Johnny just couldn't remember that the promise they had made to one another and that magical first meeting they had, and like what the deal, like, and that he couldn't remember anything to do with the fact that he'd given her the platypus, or like that the rabbit she kept making was the constellation that they'd seen. Like, she died an unhappy woman, like she died broken hearted, and they could never, like, no matter what we did in his mind to let him die happy, like, he gets to die happy, and like no matter what we do to allow him to die happy, she still died miserable in one way, do you know? And I think it's really easy to forget that, do you know? I mean, what did we accomplish at the end of the day, do you know? Here he is. I don't know, that's just my viewing of it. I just can't forget, like, let that go, I suppose. Thanks, off you go now. I'm going to drink some tea. I still can't believe Johnny just willed the house to Lily like that. Hell, who else was there to give it to us? It would have been nice, I wouldn't mind getting a house. Terrible place for burials, though. If there's a landslide, they'd be swimming with the fishes. Yeah, but Anya would too, so I suppose they'd be happy. Still a little too soon, Neil. Nah, it's never soon enough. Nice new ringtone. Hello, Ava here. Germany calling. Irlande douze au point. We're on our way. New patient? New patient. Let's roll. Bum 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 dum bum bum dum 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 dum. Huh? Mysterious. And like, do you know, like the way I'm bringing that up with the whole episode 1 to the moon, tick. The way I'm bringing that up, like with the whole well, like what do we accomplish or whatever, or that kind of thing, like that, I'm pretty sure that we're intended to think about that a little bit. Like that's not just that they didn't, that the developers weren't like, we're just like, oh well, who cares about that, because there actually is like an extra episode that you can play that was released around Christmas time, the SigCorp Holiday Special, and it kind of lets you catch a glimpse of the fact that, well, not everybody is happy with the fact that SigCorp is doing this or whatever. So I will do that, not right away, I will do it at some stage. Another thing is that we have to remember is like that Neil with the painkillers thing, like that's definitely something that's going to be explored later on. Like I have my own theories about it, and the fact that Neil's grandfather comes up like a couple of times, and Neil's kind of attachment to that, and just his whole personal investment into the whole thing. Like, I don't know, like my personal theory of what it might be is that what we're seeing in To the Moon and in games like this is actually like altered memories or whatever of Neil himself or something like that. I don't know, that's a way I could see it going. Obviously I'm not sure, I mean, who can be sure, but that's something, a way that I could see it going, that what we're actually seeing and playing is actually Neil's altered memories being altered by someone else, or just Neil's memories themselves or whatever. I don't know. But yeah, as I said, that's the end of To the Moon for the moment. Thanks a million for watching. I'm glad I came back to finish this one, and just so glad I picked it up again and finished it off. So thanks a million for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and please, I really recommend playing it. It's just such a good game. To those of you who haven't played it, I hope that I did it justice for ye, that like you seeing it for the first time vicariously through my playing was good enough for you. I hope that I achieved that, and I hope I did the game justice or whatever. So if you want to like to have any discussions or talk about anything in like the comments, then go ahead and we'll have like a bit of a chat or something about what you guys think, or what we might have a little conversation or whatever. But for now, that's the end of Let's Play To the Moon, and I'll see you in Spyro and Zelda for the time being. So bye.